Welcome back to our summer reading fun videos. I'm Mrs. Robbins. I'm an ESL teacher at Huntsville City Schools, and the video topic today is main idea and details. So some of the things that we're going to do today is we'll start with definition, because every time I learn something, I like to know the definition first. So we'll see definitions of main idea and details, and we'll listen for clues to determine the main idea of a text. We'll retell what we heard. We'll practice finding a main idea and write details and main idea on a chart. And then I'll give you a challenge to make another chart on your own that has main idea and details for maybe one of the books that you've listened to or read. I hope you've been listening to your Tales to Go, the books that are online to listen to. I hope you've also been reading some of the books that go in your reading bag. And then you can do main idea and details on activities. So let's go ahead and get started to find out what it means. What is main idea? The main idea of a story is what it's mostly about. There are a few things that you can pay attention to in a story to figure out the main idea. Some of those things are the title, any illustrations that go with the text, and any words that the author might be repeating over and over again. So I'm going to read a text, and this is what I want you to listen for. Listen for me to say the title. Listen for me to describe the illustration. And listen carefully for any words that might be repeating, because that will give us clues as to what the main idea of the text is. So when I look at the text, I see a picture of a bat who's eating an insect. That's my illustration. And the title of this text is Bats. It says, some kinds of bats eat many insects. Some bats can even eat up to 600 mosquitoes in 1 hour. Bats are helpful to the environment and to people. They help us by eating insects. Without bats, we would have too many insects. So how'd you do listening for the main idea in that text? Did you hear the title? Did you hear me describe the illustration or picture? I know you must have heard words repeating. There were a few. So let's go ahead and say what those are. So first, let's say the title, if you remember. The title was Bats. Now, tell me about the illustration. The illustration was a bat eating an insect. Now, there were a few words that were repeating. Say any of the words that you heard repeating. I know I heard the word insects a lot, and definitely bats, and eating or eats. So now we'll find out whether those clues helped us or not. We have a practice. So we're going to pick out which one is the main idea, and we'll keep in mind that title, illustration, and repeating words. So here's our choices. It says, let's practice. Which one is the main idea? Our first choice, bats eat 600 mosquitoes in 1 hour. I know it had the title of bats, and bats was a repeating word, so that's good. It might be that one. It also fits with the illustration of bats, and maybe that insect was a mosquito. I'm not sure. What about the second choice? It says bats eat many insects. Ooh, I think I like that one better. Do you remember our repeating words? The words it said it was repeating was insects, eating, and bats. Bats eat many insects. And I want to look back and think about the definition of main idea, because the definition of a main idea is what the text is mostly about. So our first choice, that bats eat 600 mosquitoes in 1 hour, well, it's true, the text did say that they eat that, but that's not what it's mostly about. That's actually a detail. But the second choice, bats eat many insects, that's what the whole text was about. And we even found our clues of the title, the illustrations, and repeating words. So that one was the right choice. Did you hear me use that word details when I was talking about the mosquito? What is a detail? Well, details help explain and describe the main idea. They give extra information. So the mosquitoes was extra information that some bats could eat 600 mosquitoes in 1 hour. That was extra information. That was a detail to help explain more and give more information about our main idea. Now let's practice with details in a different way. We're going to hide a picture from our dog Arnold, and then we're going to tell him a bunch of details about the picture and see if we can get him to guess what the picture's mostly about.
Kaya, today we need to teach Arnold about main idea and details. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to take a look at this picture. Arnold, you ready? All right. Kaya, can you tell me a detail about this picture? The field is green. Oh, there's a green field. Arnold, you like green fields. Do you think you might run around in one? I don't know. Kaya, we need another detail to figure out the main idea.
There's a net on the field.
Oh, there's a net? So it's a green field with a net. Well, those details might make me think that the main idea is catching butterflies. Is that the main idea?
No. How about another detail? There's a ball on the field.
Oh, there's a ball. So there's a green field, and a net, and a ball. Arnold, do you think you know what the main idea is? Kaya, he said he needs another detail.
Well, some people on the field are wearing red, and some people are wearing white.
Oh, we have people wearing red and white, and a green field, and a net, and a ball. All of those details make me think the main idea is a soccer game. Is that right?
Yay!
Good job, guys. They figured it out. So now let's practice. We'll write the main idea and details in a chart. So you see in this chart, we have the main idea we'll put in the middle, and then there's room for details in the circles that are surrounding the main idea. There are a lot of different ways you could do a main idea and details chart. I like this one because it has the main idea in the middle, and that reminds me that the main idea is what the text is mostly about. So let's think back to the picture. First, they described details about the picture to try to get that silly, cute dog Arnold to guess. So let's retell what some of the details were. So I'll write in the first circle that there is a big net. That was the first detail Kaya told us. Next, there is a green field. Do you remember what the next one was? There is a ball. So they knew there is a big net, there's a green field, and there's a ball. And then she told us two details close together. They were that some players are wearing red shirts and some players are wearing white shirts. Now they were able to guess the main idea of the picture using those details. But I wanted to add one more detail, so I drew an extra circle. Anytime you make a main idea and details chart, you can draw as many circle details as you want to. just draw more circles to put more details. So the extra detail that I wanted to add in my extra circle is that there are fans watching. Now from all of those details, we figured out the main idea of the picture. The picture is about a soccer game. So now it's your turn to make a main idea and details chart. You can do main idea and details with a lot of different things. You could do it with a picture. You could do it with an event that happened. You could do it with a TV show that you watched. You could put the main idea and the details of the show. I like doing main idea and details with a story or with a text. One of the stories that I really like is Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets, because it's just a funny book and it teaches a good lesson. So if you're in 4th or 5th grade, then you got a copy of Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets in your book bag that we gave you. But anyone at any grade can listen to it on Tales to Go. So my challenge for you is to read or listen to Captain Underpants or to another book that's more at your level, if you have a different level, and try to fill out a main idea and details chart. When we come back together to meet on the computer with our other friends, I'd love for you to tell us about the main idea and details chart that you made. Also, if you want to take a picture of the main idea and details chart you made and put it in the comments below with your parents' permission, we'd love to see that there too. So thanks for watching the video with us today. I hope you had a good time like we did. We'll see you soon online. Bye.